The earth is withering. Dust storm and blight are spreading across the world, killing off all food wheat, rice, potatoes, okras. Only the corn survived, but it's still a question of how long. The world has to stop all the unnecessary things like space exploration to concentrate the resources on the prime problem to solve saving people from starvation and eventual extinction. Interstellar is a 2014 epic science fiction drama film directed by Christopher Nolan, who co-wrote the screenplay with his brother Jonathan Nolan. Joseph Cooper, played by Matthew McConaughey, a widowed former NASA test pilot, works as a farmer and raises his children. Murf, played by Mackenzie Foy, named after Murphy's Law. Whatever can happen will happen. And Tom, played by Timothee Chalamet, alongside his father-in-law Donald. Even the days are dull and the people are ignorant. Cooper believes it is his fate that he is living in an age he doesn't belong to. As Cooper said to Donald, "We have forgotten who we are. Explorers, pioneers, not caretakers." But Murf is showing her extraordinary intelligence and curiosity about science and knowledge. During a dust storm, the two discover that the falling dust forms a stripped picture on the floor like a barcode. Murf first attributes to a ghost. Cooper notices the strips are binary code which result from a gravitational anomaly and translate into geographic coordinates. These lead them to a secret NASA facility headed by Professor John Brand, played by Michael Caine, who explains that it was caused by a wormhole, which leads to another galaxy. It was created near Saturn 48 years ago. 12 astronauts of the Lazarus expedition had previously traveled through the wormhole to evaluate the planets, with Miller, Edmunds, and Mann, played by Matt Damon, reporting back desirable results. All three planets were in one solar system orbiting a very large black hole, Gargantua. They are launching a spaceship to confirm them, and for the next step, they will launch a huge space station. It's this base itself which is taking mankind to the habitable planet. Though the biggest problem is the gravity equation has not been solved yet. Professor Brand believes he will work it out before the spaceship is back. That is plan A. And for the backup there is plan B, a population bomb. Almost 5,000 fertilized eggs. The spaceship will carry this to the new worlds. If the gravity equation can't be solved, mankind's civilization will continue in other worlds. Cooper is enlisted to pilot the Endurance spacecraft through the wormhole. Cooper is initially reluctant to accept the mission, knowing the pain it will cause his children. Also, Murf strongly opposes her father going because she has a bad feeling regarding a message from her ghost, who has always been tapping at her bookshelf. The message reads, "Stay." When she refuses to see him off, he leaves her his wristwatch to compare their relative time when he returns. Hans Zimmer's music makes the film seem even more colossal. With reverberating pipe organ chords, his music is intense, gripping, and cosmic. The crew, consisting of Cooper, robot Stars and Case, and Professor Brand's daughter Dr. Amelia Brand, played by Annie Hathaway, Romilly, and Doyle, traverse the wormhole, entry into the unknown. After a 2-year voyage to Saturn, they leave behind the familiar world and enter into unimaginable possibilities and dangers. Cooper, Doyle, and Brand use a lander to investigate Miller's planet, where time is severely dilated. What starts as a cautious investigation of the wreckage left by Miller's ill-fated expedition quickly turns into a fight for survival. A towering tidal wave looms on the horizon, claiming a crew member's life and leaving the lander's engine waterlogged, stranding the team in a literal race against time. Cooper asks to Brand, "Don't you have some clever way we jump into a black hole and get back the years?" Brand answers, "Time is relative. It can stretch and squeeze, but it can't run backwards. The only thing that can move across dimensions like time is gravity." When they return, they seize an old man, Romilly. It has been 23 years for here, costing them precious years. They receive messages from Earth, and Cooper watches Tom, played by Casey Affleck, grow up, get married, and lose his first son. An adult Murf, played by Jessica Chastain, is now a scientist working on the gravity equation with Professor Brand. Amelia, as well as robots Tars and Case, provide essential support and guidance to Cooper, becoming steadfast allies. Having enough fuel left for only one of the other two planets, they chose to go to Mars. Before this, they argue about where to go, Mars or Edmunds. Brand said to Cooper, "Love is the one thing we are capable of perceiving that transcends dimensions of time and space. Maybe we should trust that." even if we can't yet understand it. On Mann's planet, they awaken him from cryostasis and he assures them that colonization is possible despite the extreme environment. And then a message from Murf brings Professor Brand's death and a terrible truth. On his deathbed, Brand confesses that the Endurance crew was never supposed to return, knowing that a complete solution to the equation was not feasible without observations of gravitational singularities from inside a black hole. That means Plan A won't work. His real intention was Plan B, a colony. Professor Brand couldn't reconcile the theory of relativity and quantum mechanics. Dr. Mann said he knew how much harder it would be for people to come together and save the species instead of themselves or their children. Evolution has yet to transcend that simple barrier. We can care deeply, selflessly for people we know, but our empathy rarely extends beyond our line of sight. During a scouting mission, Mann attempts to kill Cooper and reveals that he falsified his data in the hope of being rescued. He steals Cooper's lander and heads for the Endurance, while a trap set by Mann kills Romilly. Brand rescues Cooper with the other lander and they are back to the Endurance. Mann is killed in a failed manual docking operation, severely damaging the Endurance. But Cooper is able to regain control of the station through his own docking maneuver. This sequence tests Cooper's physical and emotional endurance. With insufficient fuel, Cooper and Brand resort to a slingshot around Gargantua, which costs them 51 years due to time dilation. Cooper realizes that he must take a leap of faith into Gargantua, the black hole, to secure data that could save humanity. In the process, Cooper and Tars jettison their landers to lighten the Endurance so the Brand and Case may reach Edmunds' planet. Falling into Gargantua's event horizon, they eject from their craft and then he falls into some kind of walls. Each brick is tightly packed paper, pages, books as seen from behind a shelf. On the other side, he sees 10-year-old Murf. They are living in a different time. Cooper tries to communicate to them, but they can't get it. Just doing those wrong things, making bad choices again and again. Cooper suddenly reaches Tars. He said to Cooper, they constructed this 3-dimensional space inside their 5-dimensional reality. You have seen that time is represented here as a physical dimension. You even worked out that you can exert a force across space-time. Cooper realizes gravity crosses the dimensions, including time. Cooper said to Tars, I thought they chose me. They never chose me. They chose Murf to save the world. Giving Murf the data that Tars collected, Cooper communicates with Murf across time using Morse Code, giving her the information needed to solve the gravity equation and save humanity, which enables her to complete Brand's solution. Enjoy the film. If you enjoyed the video, then please like and share this video, do subscribe to the channel and don't forget to click the bell icon.